It is now time to go look at the project diesel today. The weather is finally allowing me to go do something productive. So I'm going to take advantage and probably go suffer for the next 8 or so hours on the project, which y'all are going to see here shortly. Mind you, I've already took a lot of it apart before I even started thinking about doing this channel. I just thought of this on a whim the other day. I was like, be pretty cool. So, yeah, here in about a few minutes, 30 give or take, y'all will see, or I will see it for y'all probably about 2 minutes or something. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head up there. There we go. Go get some ice for a cooler today because I don't feel like dying of heat, which will be all right. I will say this thing knows how to get up in RPMs really nice, and it doesn't sound like a bad scream as an exhaust note. It's really nice, especially if on the backstroke you can hear from the carburetor. It's smooth. It doesn't sound clappy is the best way I can put it, but it's kind of too loud, so maybe like a muffler would be a good investment later on down the line. There she is up there. It is a 2005 F250 6-liter Power Stroke. It's got some issues needed attended to. The fact that the motor doesn't run, that's okay. It's already, as you can see, more than halfway apart. It was a full truck at one point until I got my hands on it, and it has an overheating problem. But since this is going to be my daily after I get it done, I'm just gonna go ahead and strip everything and redo it. Good thing though, it's already studded, it's already deleted, it already has a water pump, and it looks like it's already been resealed. Turbo might need redone. It does have a strike pipe. It also has a starter out of a 6.7 Power Stroke. And believe it or not, it is a rust-free truck. It is surface rust though. There's not a single bit of rust. No, every rocker is here. Everything that could be gone on a 2005 is here. Ignore the pizza box. I do not remember that being there. But as you can see, since I am very disorganized and I do not have a shop, I've been forced to do this. Everything in the back of the truck, which is fine. This was on my dad's project, these mud grapplers, and I really like them. I think they're 6.4 Power Stroke stocks. I could be wrong, but I do need to get them out of the back because I need to put more parts in the back that doesn't mind getting wet, because like I said in there, all my interior parts, or like stuff that doesn't matter if it gets wet or not, is in there. So those are going to have to go. But everything's out of bed. I have a lot more working room, and My bad, it's hot. But we do have a lot more room now. Another problem I do need to address later is this tailgate. It's, to say the least, not the best condition. But I do have these beautifully selected clears I did buy for them instead of parts, because that's what every guy does when they get a diesel, right? But next I need to address is my working area. It is not clean. I have parts everywhere. All up here, as you can tell. I do have that pretty turbo sitting right there. So that's the next thing I need to clean up. Okay, so the cleanup is coming along pretty well so far. These tires back here is what I'm leaving, because I'm planning to put these on my 6.0 after I get it fixed. Probably going to be about 2 months to get this thing fixed if I'm completely tearing it down. I'm going to say it's going to cost a couple of $1,000. But I really like this one. I wanted a single cab long bed, but this has really grown on me. So it's what I'm going to deal with. And it's not that bad. But yeah, the area is almost clean. It does have some little rough spots I do need to tend to. But I'll get to that here in a minute. I got some trash I got to pick up because no one's going to be able to work in an environment like this. Definitely do this small tent. I mean, small beginnings for like big things to come, I guess, if you want to think of it that way. I just call it hell because like all this crap's everywhere, which is mostly my own doing because I've been so disorganized trying to get this thing out. But while I'm waiting for tools to come in to actually be able to take this out, I'm going to go ahead and do this so I can keep myself busy. So yeah, I'm going to get back to this, clean it up, and then we're going to see what it looks like after the fact. Putting these doors, I noticed a little creaking noise. So I'm going to go ahead and, while I'm cleaning, grease these with a little bit of WD-40 and see what it does for us. Out. While I'm here, I might as well do the gas cap and the hood struts. Little wasp's nest in there. Just kill that right quick. Another thing is these wind guards, and wind or rain guards, whatever you want to call them. I call them wind guards. They're absolutely horrendous on this truck, so I'm going to rip these off. Because the one on the driver's side rear is already broken anyway, so it wouldn't make sense to have 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and rip these off. This one's being really difficult. There she comes. We don't use flatheads around here. Put them off. It looks a whole lot better. I don't really see the point of these because I guess, but in my opinion, they just look ugly, and I'm pretty sure everyone else agrees that rain guards are literally useless. Just like roll your window up. Okay, I've got everything organized somewhat. Everything's, you know, kind of like coated and everything, if you know what I mean. So yeah, everything is organized. Got all this stuff ready for anything I need. So now we can finally get to work on this. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is get the rest of this wiring harness out of the way, because that's what's blocking me from being able to pull this engine in the first place. And then I'll look at bolts and everything and see what we do from there. If you're looking, I just gotta unplug them from right here and loop it under, and this whole harness should come out. Okay, apparently this battery tray is in the way. So next, I'm going to crack this thing off, and also discovered there's more wires back here that we got unplugged, so those are gonna have to go next. Now that it's out, I can unplug these wires right here And after that, hopefully this entire harness will come out and we can finally get this out of the way. Now that the harness is fully off, we can go to probably next is clean it up a little bit because it is dirty. But now that we got the main part off, that is good. Probably gonna crack the bell housing bolts when I get more tools for that. But yeah, got a lot of stuff done so far at least. All right, next order of business is I'm going to take this little plate thing off. I don't know what it is yet, but I do know my EGR delete is right here. So I'm gonna take this off real quick and kind of just look and see where it leads to, kind of. So yeah, this is gonna come off next. All right, it is done. It's loose. Hasn't come out yet. I gotta get that turbo pedestal out. But that's probably all I'm gonna do for today. It's getting late and I got some stuff I gotta go do at home. But this is part 1 of the 6.0 series. Is what I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be nice because the career of study I'm wanting to do is diesels. So this is actually my dream truck, which I'm very lucky to have at my young age. So, yep, it's gonna be a series, I guess, because I'm gonna be working on this thing about every other day and every chance I get. Because it's fun. It's fun driving the hard body. I'd rather have a 6.0 though. So, yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Give me suggestions on what I could do different and like some tips and tricks that I've learned working on it, because anything I can take, I will take. Yeah, I appreciate it. To the somewhat 4 subscribers I have. I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good rest of your day.